Did you deserve anything out of the game?
Absolutely. I thought we didn't have to win the game, to be honest, never mind draw. I thought we were excellent for large parts of the game. They're a big club in this league. And they have a real way of playing, and I thought we nullified that today, and we've got to score at key times in games at the minute, which is the one thing we've struggled to do recently. So started really well, and then we had a little bit of a look at them because we thought, we've got to try and keep going, and in the start of the second half again, it's we had 2 minutes where the ball just kept fizzing across the face of goal, and we need somebody to land on those. It's real good quality, and then even at the end, some real good chances as well. So that's not aimed at the centre forwards, because there was lots of people missing lots of chances, but to create that many chances against a team like Plymouth, I think it shows that we've been good on the day.
Does that show how much you are missing the likes of Reg and Ruben?
There's no doubt they're two big players, but they're not available, so there's no point. I'm not one for what about this and what about that. I can't control whether they're injured or not. They're injured, so it's about. But the amount of chances that we've created today, particularly, it's frustrating because I thought the lads were excellent and ran the socks off, kept going for 94, 95 minutes, whatever it was. So it was a tough one to swallow that.
Was there a bit of a, because there were a number of times when you got into crossing positions, but was there a bit of a reluctance to get to cross the ball simply because of there was only maybe either Alex or Gavin in the middle there to get on the end of it?
We don't want to toss the ball in the box. I suppose you need to recognise that sometimes. You see some of the goals that we've scored this year, most of them are scored from getting into that byline area. So you can't be critical when we don't score. Because even with Ruben and Reggie in the team, we don't want balls being tossed in from 30, 40 yards up the pitch. So we do work. We like to go into the box from the side of the box, and then centre forwards have to make certain runs. The ball should be going into certain areas. They're things that we work on. So I understand sometimes, when we're losing 1-0, supporters want you to start booting it. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to happen. Not with me, anyway. If you want someone to do that, as soon as you go 1-0 down, change everything that you do. Not coming away from what we believe and what's got us to where we are now. So it's important that we just keep sticking to it. We did play a little bit predictable for 15 minutes in the second half, which we told them in the second half, and they listened and they changed it. So working into certain areas of the pitch is what we work on a lot.
Let's say you were pleased with the way that you kept them a bit quiet. I mean, Scott had nothing to do second half. It was practically all going one way in that second half.
Yeah, it was. And again, that's against a very, very good team. Like I said, the whole game I'm looking to my left down the hill, and if we can get that goal in the first 2 minutes of the second half, then it's difficult for them to hold on. And like I said, they've come away from what they normally do, but that's because we've impacted that onto them. They're obviously a threat on the counter-attack, but we've done everything we can to try and win the game. Obviously, you've stuck Boiler on for the last 10 minutes up front just to change it around, and you've done all right actually when you went up there. But just a frustrating day.
But again, that shows how much you're missing that extra club in the bag, the sort of target man sort of player for that. So you had to use well.
Yeah, well, we had no one else on the bench. So I'm not saying we're not missing them, but there's not a lot I can do about it. So I can go home tonight and cry and say, well, I wish I had Reg and I wish I had Ruben, but they're not available. So until they're available, then we have to make sure that we try and pick the right team and try and get the players into the right areas.
Is that maybe the sort of player you might be looking for in the next month? That sort of player to do that?
Not really, because why would you want three of the same? We're not a club that can carry 3 big centre forwards and 4 little centre forwards. We are looking at people, but it's not going to be specifically a target man, because we're hoping they won't both be injured for that long, and we just can't carry those volumes of squads, because you imagine it's going to cost a lot of money for a target man, because everyone's looking for one at this level. So we are looking at areas, but it's not specifically a target man now.
How quickly are you expecting to know what's going on with your loanees that you've got, especially the 3, isn't it? Max, Jacob and Gavin?
Yeah, well, it's still a little bit up in there. Well, I'm not 100% sure on all of them. We think there's an idea, but until that's confirmed, there's no point me saying yes or no or what. So we're hopeful that we can do the business that we need to do.
Were you looking to try and do it as quickly as you can in the month?
Ideally, yeah, because obviously if they're going to go, you need to replace them. So you do try and do, you try not to do things on leaving it till the end of January, but sometimes it's people are doing the same thing, and that's why everyone hangs on to the last minute, and then there's a scramble. So it's just that time of the year now. It's obviously a busy period for us, the players, particularly the staff, because you've got to look at opposition, watch games, and try and get hold of agents and watch other players as well. So it is difficult, but it is what it is.
Northampton on Sunday, so another quick turnaround. Do you know of any problems at the moment, injury-wise, from today? Or
no, I've not spoken to Gavin. A lot of the time now, it's not until the adrenaline gets out of the body that you pick up. I don't think there's anything obvious. No one came off because they were injured, but the lads will be off tomorrow. Rest, recuperate, come in on Saturday, I think it is, and then like you say, we'll find out where we're at from there.
But another tough one coming up, Northampton.
Yeah, been going really well. Got beat 4-0 today, I believe. So they'll be after us. Keith will definitely have them ready for us. So tough place to go anyway. Even if they'd won today, they're on a good run. They started pretty slowly, but they're another in terms of the players they've been able to bring in the summer. I think they've had a bit of a go. So it's another game that we'll probably be underdogs for, but that's what it is.
It's getting very tight up there now, isn't it? And as I say, but even so, you're coming to the end of your last home game here. You've had 3 home defeats this year now. That's all, and only 4 defeats in 21 games. So still a lot to be happy about. Yeah,
look at it objectively. Emotional after a game, and well, we've not done this and we've not done that. I think most people would have taken where we are after 23 games, and that's not saying that we're happy with that. Because if we repeat the last 10 games, we won't be where we are. So we're not naive. We're not hiding behind anything. We do need to do more to win games, but today I didn't actually think we needed to do that much more. But bigger picture thinking, the group's moved on. We look a better team now than what we were 12 months ago, and that's all we can try and keep improving the team and the players.